Hola amigos, so you're thinking about moving to Puerto Vallarta, buying a vacation investment home or a condo, or maybe purchasing your full-time living or retirement home either here in Puerto Vallarta or somewhere in the beautiful Banderas Bay area. Making any move is difficult enough, but a move to a foreign country is an even bigger endeavor. So you may be thinking about things like healthcare, safety, the language, cost of living, what there is to fill your day here in Puerto Vallarta, and many other factors. These are things that you most likely have questions about or maybe concerns. Well, in this video, I want to talk to you about these subjects in terms of the pros and cons of moving to and living in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, that hopefully will address some of your questions and concerns. Let's get going. I'm Stan Freeman with Coa Banker La Costa here on my Life in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico YouTube channel. Hey, if this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about life and living in Puerto Vallarta, please like our videos and subscribe below so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Puerto Vallarta. Whether you want to make the move to Puerto Vallarta in 9 days, 90 days, or 9 months, reach out to me by phone, text, or email, and I'll help you with making the smooth move to Puerto Vallarta. The property market is currently on fire in Puerto Vallarta, with more and more foreigners moving here and purchasing their vacation home, their investment home, retirement or forever home. Houses and condo prices are increasing, but there is a property to fit most budgets. We'll talk a little more about the benefits of purchasing a home or condo in Puerto Vallarta a little bit later in the video, so please stick around till the end. Before we get into the pros and cons of living in Puerto Vallarta, let's take a minute to talk about the area. Puerto Vallarta is a coastal city in the state of Jalisco, Mexico, on the Pacific Ocean and surrounded by the Sierra Madre Mountains. PV is an accessible city with a good transportation system. Main highways run up north to the US and east to Guadalajara and beyond. The airport is extremely busy and currently being improved and sees millions of visitors coming through every year from all parts of the world. Location of Puerto Vallarta between the beach and the nearby mountains means endless water sports and great hiking and jungle experiences. One of the great things about Puerto Vallarta is that it's one of Mexico's original beach towns, so it has a lot of classic Mexican charm with cobblestone streets, Spanish architecture, and incredible hillside views. Some of the town's most famous sights include the impressive beachfront boardwalk known as the Malecon, the spiral-shaped Los Muertos beach pier, and the beautiful pink-hued church of Our Lady of Guadalupe. The current local population of Puerto Vallarta is around 556,000 people, and it's home to around 30,000 Americans and Canadians. Tourism visits are increasing every year with a boom in the number of visitors in 2022. The Puerto Vallarta International Airport broke records by receiving 6.5 million passengers from all markets, 2 million more than in 2021. And of these, 2.5 million passengers were domestic and 3.5 million were international users. The United States accounts for more than 3/4 of international visitors, and just over a quarter come from California. Los Angeles is the city that carries the most passengers, followed by San Francisco, and the nation's third largest city is Chicago. Puerto Vallarta's cruise ship industry is growing also. In December of 2022, Puerto Vallarta received a total of 28 cruise ships compared to 12 in the same month of 2021. In fact, the arrival of 186 cruise ships was registered during 2022 compared to 50 in 2021. As we all know, there's a vast difference between visiting a wonderful city like Puerto Vallarta and actually living here. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons of living in this awesome place. Yeah, there's some cons, but in my view, the pros way outweigh the cons. So let's start with some of the pros of living in Puerto Vallarta. Number one, the breathtaking natural beauty. One of the most enticing aspects of Puerto Vallarta is its unparalleled natural beauty. From the pristine beaches, the beautiful waters, to the lush jungles, and of course the majestic mountains that offer a stunning backdrop to daily life here. Number two, the beaches. The beaches in Puerto Vallarta aren't just sandy beaches, they're your personal escape. Whether it's a morning swim or a sunset stroll or just simply lounging under a palapa, the beaches here are your slice of heaven, let me tell you. Access to nature is number three. You can escape the concrete jungle for the real one. Puerto Vallarta's lush jungles, wildlife and outdoor adventures are just a stone's throw away. So you can hike through the vibrant greenery, you can see exotic birds, or you could even take a boat ride to some of the nearby islands. Okay, that takes us to number four, warm climate the year round. This is mostly a pro, but there is a con side to it also. For sure you can say goodbye to winter coats and snow shovels, as Puerto Vallarta boasts a warm tropical climate. The average temperature hovers between 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 21 degrees Celsius and up to 32 degrees Celsius throughout the year. The climate's ideal for if you're looking for perpetual summer lifestyle. The con side of this, though, is that the summer months of August and September can be humid and a lot of tropical rain, which does in fact bring relief from the humidity. For me, I love the warm tropical rain, and I'm pretty certain some of you will too. That takes us to number five, the rich cultural scene in Puerto Vallarta. PV is a hub of cultural activity, and the city is brimming with art galleries and theatres, traditional music and dance performances, and music festivals. There's always something happening here. Expats have the opportunity to immerse themselves in Mexican culture and celebrations that foster a deeper connection to their home. The city is also known for its LGBTQ plus friendly atmosphere with a vibrant and inclusive community. All right, number six, friendly Mexican people. And this is really important. And Mexican people are known for their warm hospitality. You'll find that the people here to be incredibly welcoming and friendly and always willing to help you out. Most of the service industry people will speak English, and many other Mexicans speak a little English and like to be able to practice it on you. I advise anyone moving to learn enough Spanish to at least navigate around town and be able to ask for what you need in the restaurants, shops and other services. Number seven, the welcoming expat community. Puerto Vallarta has long been a popular destination for expatriates, resulting in a diverse and welcoming international community. Connecting with fellow expats can make the transition a lot smoother and provide a sense of belonging in a foreign country. And that's really important. There are many expat groups on Facebook that offer help and advice with everything from moving here to where to find your favorite home country food or products. So before you make the move to Puerto Vallarta, check out some of these Facebook groups. I list the links to a few of these below this video. Number eight, and this is an important one, the affordable cost of living. Compared to many Western countries, the cost of living in Puerto Vallarta is relatively affordable. Housing, transportation and everyday expenses can be budget friendly, allowing expats to live comfortably without breaking the bank. Your dollar stretches a lot further here, and it allows you to enjoy fine dining, entertainment and a comfortable home without straining your wallet too much. Despite the recent drop in the value of the US dollar, Puerto Vallarta is still more affordable than most of the countries that expats leave. We'll get into the cost of living in more detail in an upcoming video. That takes us to number 9, shopping. Puerto Vallarta is a contemporary city with most of the amenities that you could need. There are several modern shopping malls similar to those that you'll find in the States and Canada, like Galerías and La Isla. There are American stores too, such as Costco, Walmart, Sam's Club, and there is a Home Depot. The local supermarkets carry local produce and products, as well as imports from Canada and the US. Of course, there are levels of quality with these supermarkets, ranging from average quality like Lay to high quality products and imported food items in supermarkets like locale. You may not find some of the products or food items that you're used to seeing at home, but suffice it to say that whatever you need, for the most part, you'll find it in Puerto Vallarta. Number 10, safety, and this is a concern of a lot of people. When you call Puerto Vallarta home, you can rest assured that knowing that safety is a top priority. The city maintains a low crime rate, allowing you to enjoy peace of mind when you're out and about. The most common offence in Puerto Vallarta is public drunkenness, and the most common serious crime is residential burglary, followed by auto theft. Carjackings are rare, since law enforcement can close both north and southbound lanes of traffic very quickly. Reports indicate that the most common crimes are usually common theft or pickpocketing due to inattentive events, like if you misplace your personal items or have an unsecure backpack. Number 11, healthcare in Puerto Vallarta is world class, with great hospitals like La Jolla, CMQ, Premier and Hospiten. PV is also a medical destination resort. Many people come in here for surgeries and dental work, and besides the private healthcare system, expats can avail themselves of the Mexican public system also. While Puerto Vallarta has healthcare facilities that cater to expats, the quality and availability of medical services can vary. It's very important to research and consider healthcare options before making your move to Puerto Vallarta. If you're over 65 years old, it is a little bit more difficult and expensive to get private expat insurance in Mexico. So even if you're thinking of retiring in Puerto Vallarta in a few years and you're close to the 65-year mark, it's probably very wise to purchase private health insurance now so that you can be guaranteed to have it when you do retire here. Of course, it depends on your medical status, level of insurance and deductibles, but a healthy person at 65 years old can expect to pay around $3,500 a year for private health insurance. Okay, so I've covered many of the pros of moving to and living in Puerto Vallarta. There are some cons that you should be aware of, that overall they're not as bad as you might think. Here are some of the cons that I have come up with options for making them a little easier to bear. All right, let's take number one, the language barrier. While many locals and service providers do speak English, as I mentioned before, Spanish is the predominant language in Puerto Vallarta. If you're not fluent, daily interactions and handling official matters may impose a challenge. As I mentioned earlier, these are in the service industry, most speak English pretty well, but many Mexicans that you will encounter in your daily life here do not speak English. So navigating daily life can be easier with some basic Spanish language skills. But don't worry, many locals are patient and understanding. In the event that you have to deal with official matters, for example, an immigration or other government offices, you will be well advised to take someone with you that speaks fluent Spanish. There are many people here that offer that service for a small fee. Number two, speaking of government offices, another con of living in Puerto Vallarta, or in fact in any part of Mexico, is the slow bureaucracy. Dealing with bureaucracy can sometimes be a test of your patience, believe me. It's important to approach paperwork and administrative tasks with a calm and patient mindset. This also holds true for most aspects of life in Puerto Vallarta and Mexico as a whole. You're not living back in the US or in Canada or your original home country, so you have to accept that things do not get done or processed as timely as maybe they would at home. So demanding that you be catered to immediately really doesn't get you very far and will only add you to the ugly foreigner list. So tranquilo is the name of the game down here. Number three, the infrastructure and services. The city's infrastructure and public services, they are improving, and they may not match the efficiency of Western countries. Issues with the roads, like potholes, unmarked topes, and which are speed bumps, power outages, and internet reliability can occasionally be frustrating. It also can take longer to get to your destination due to the large volume of traffic on the main highway here that runs through the middle of Puerto Vallarta and up north to Riviera Nayarit, Bucerias, and beyond. So you'll always want to give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going and use your phone's GPS to determine your drive times. Okay, number four, hurricane season. The region experiences a hurricane season from June to November, which can bring heavy rains and storms. Well, the it's well prepared for such events. It's crucial to be aware of the potential risks and plan accordingly. Along with regular thunderstorms in the summertime, the rains can be quite heavy and cause minor street flooding in some of the neighborhoods here in Puerto Vallarta. Number five, tourist crowds. Puerto Vallarta is a popular tourist destination, as you know, so particularly during peak travel seasons, the influx of tourists can lead to crowded beaches, restaurants, and attractions which may impact the tranquility you're looking for. If your intention is to purchase a home or condo here, and you like to lead a quieter existence, then picking a neighborhood out of the more touristy areas is the way to go. Areas like Versailles and Fluvial will be a better choice for you. There's less crowded beaches to the north in Punta de Mita and a place called Litibu if you want to avoid the main Puerto Vallarta beach areas. So deciding to move to Puerto Vallarta is a significant step that requires careful consideration of both the pros and the cons. And while the city offers a paradise-like lifestyle with natural beauty, cultural richness, and an affordable cost of living, it also presents challenges such as language barriers and variable weather conditions, particularly in summer. By weighing these factors against your personal preferences and priorities, you'll be better equipped to make an informed decision that aligns with your aspirations for a new life here in this beautiful coastal city. So that about covers the pros and cons of living in Puerto Vallarta. I'm sure there are many more that I've not covered here, and if you think of some others and you have questions or concerns about anything, please comment below this video and I'll gladly address them for you. Now, let me take a minute to discuss the pros and cons of purchasing property in Puerto Vallarta. As I mentioned earlier, the property values are rising in Puerto Vallarta, but I think you'll easily find a home here within your budget. The current market for condos shows that there are something like 2,000 condos for sale with low starting prices and ending up as far as $1.8 million in some cases. If condos aren't your thing, then you can certainly look at houses here in the Puerto Vallarta area, and you'll find that houses on the current market have a starting price of a lot less than some of the condos. Financing options are available for purchasing property in Puerto Vallarta, and I've covered some of these options in some earlier videos here on my channel. So please take a look at those and you'll get some useful information from that. In the meantime, here are some good reasons why buying a property in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico is a great plan. Number one is long-term investment. Purchasing a home or condo in Puerto Vallarta can be a solid long-term investment. The city's popularity as a tourist destination and expat haven often translate to a steady demand for rental properties. Over time, your property could appreciate in value, providing you with a potential source of wealth. The rental income potential. If you're not living in your property year-round, renting it out can be a lucrative venture. Many tourists and snowbirds look for short-term rentals, especially during peak seasons. By renting out your property, you can generate additional income to offset ownership costs. I can offer you a rental analysis and projection of any property that you're thinking about purchasing, so you will know in advance what your rental income potential will be. Home away from home. Having your own place in Puerto Vallarta means you can escape to your personal oasis whenever you like. No need to worry about booking accommodation or finding availability during busy periods. Your home or condo awaits. Capital appreciation. Over time, property values in desirable locations tend to appreciate, and by purchasing a property now, you could benefit from capital appreciation as the area continues to develop and attract more tourists and expats. Regarding property management services, if you're not living in Puerto Vallarta full-time, property management services can handle tasks such as advertising, guest bookings, cleaning and maintenance. This makes it easier for you to enjoy the benefits of investment without the day-to-day management responsibilities. Now, personal use and investment combo. Owning a property for investment doesn't mean you can't enjoy it personally. You can strategically rent it out during peak season and use it yourself during the off season. If you have any questions about the real estate market in Puerto Vallarta or about anything you've learned in this video today, please feel free to reach out to me or enter your comments below. Remember, whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days or more, feel free to call me, text me, or email me, and I'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Until next time, we hope to show you around town.